Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on my notification bell. Thanks for watching. What's up? Today I want to do Tyler Creator type session. Top two people out here get typed as, well, top two types I say I'm gonna get typed as is ENFP, ESTP. But I'll tell you right now, he's probably ESTP. I really don't agree with ENFP. I heard dumb reasons. Usually when people say ENFP, the reason they give for it is always stupid to me. Usually because he's creative. Tyler Creator, they think indie users are the only people that are creative. Yeah, extroverted sensitive creative function, but we're gonna look at Tyler Creator. I'm a big fan of Tyler Creator. I've always been. We're gonna look at him, man. That's like one of my, cause I make beats. Look, I'm multi-talented, man. I do some stuff, man. I'm an athlete, man, and I make music. Maybe, well, whatever. But we're gonna look at Tyler, man. He's a great producer. He's one of my favorite artists ever. ESTP though. But we're gonna look at it and I'm gonna show y'all. So, alright, let's get to it.
On Larry King Now, visionary rapper Tyler the Creator.
From the random artwork, it was just our own style of things, so people gravitated to it, and it was also like, wow, they make cool music, and damn, they're funny too, and things.
The dude is super animated. Very animated. Dude is always moving around. I think he's definitely a SC dime just from that, but we're gonna look more at how animated he is.
Renaissance man.
I don't know if that, okay. Like in the future, I wanna do films. I want people to mention my name. I'm next to Wes Anderson or Quentin Tarantino. I don't want my name to be mentioned next to other rappers.
I got it.
At all.
Well, how do you deal with the suits?
Those dudes are so caught up in money and they're scared of anything out of the norm, so they'll be quick to say like, "Oh, fuck that." I want to talk to the head dude. I want him to know
the whole thing. I say stuff like that all the time. Like, if you have conversation with me, real conversation with me, I've said that about people before myself. How people be scared of anything out the norm and stuff like that. Let's keep looking. I don't even think this.
Plus, are you interested in girls?
Of course. I love freckles. I love Jennifer Lawrence. If you're watching this, leave the nigga you with.
That's all next on Larry King Now.
I would like to be Tyler Creator one day. I'm about to camera that the studios. I'm going out of space.
Welcome to Larry King Now. His rap music may have launched him into the mainstream, but Tyler the Creator is much more than just a rapper. The 23-year-old Los Angeles native also produces, directs, designs, runs two massively successful clothing lines, stars in the Adult Swim sketch comedy show Loiter Squad. Tyler the Creator is the ringleader.
That's how ESTP's live look. They usually got all this stuff going on. They usually pretty successful. But then you look at them, they so laid back and like, they seem like they just don't work at all. They just always partying all the time or something. But they really have good work ethic a lot of times. Ironically.
Leader of the hip-hop collective Odd Future, a group of friends and inventive minds who have spawned a unique artistic renaissance taking hold of the millennial generation. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it sounds very, very awesome. Hey, baby.
Sick.
Man. Does it irritate you when people refer to you only as a rapper?
Yes.
Why?
I'm much more than that. I just like making stuff, and rhyming words together in a rhythm is just one of those things.
But it got you famous though, didn't it?
I think.
That's me. That's like me, man. Like, first of all, like STPs tend to be good at a lot of things, especially ESTPs. They tend to have a lot of things that they do and that they're good at. He is like that. He has a lot of stuff that he does. He doesn't like being known for just one thing. That's basically sounds just like me personally. Cause I do multiple things. Y'all see, I showed y'all some of the things. Beats. I'm athletic, man. Got over a 40-something. I got a 40-something inch vertical. You know, max vertical is like 44 inches. Well, the last combine I went to, overseas combine I went to, I broke the vertical jump record. So that was very, you know, that felt real good. I didn't expect to break the record. I thought I was just gonna get the highest vertical. Well, I expected to get the highest. Well, I was hoping I'd get the highest vertical. I wasn't even expecting to get the highest vertical there. I knew I was gonna be up there somewhere, but it was cool, man. But off subject. Let's get back.
I don't know. I think my personality overall did, but it
was rap that was brought you to the public.
Yeah, for the most part, more or less.
So you don't knock it.
Yeah, I don't knock it, but I do so much other stuff that I just. As time prevails, I know for sure people are gonna recognize me for it, so I don't really stress it.
What were you like as a kid in high school? What were you like?
Annoying.
Where'd you go to school? L.A.
I changed. Yeah.
And he is annoying. Sounds like tertiary FE. Tertiary FE users, they get in loops, so they get a kick out of annoying people. For ENTPs, it's more like they get a kick out of, like, not only annoying people, but I guess offending people, too. I don't know. They're both the same.
I changed schools every year. I didn't have many friends, like close ones.
Wow.
I was always the odd one out, no pun.
Were you a class comic?
I was a class clown, yes. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same, shorter.
Shorter?
Yeah, I was shorter. I got taller.
So how did the music thing start?
I've been into music since a young one, like the only 7-year-old spending birthday money at Sam Goody and like Best Buy on albums, and every Christmas getting the catalogs and not looking at toys, like only getting music
really
and stuff.
Paints a
and
picture
like
when he talks. So.
Focusing on
even when he's not moving, he does, like, he's telling a story. And ECPs are real good storytellers. So yeah, no, I think they're the best storyteller type, because they're good at painting pictures and getting you to see, you know, what they talking about.
I like the different sounds of stuff. Like,
so in your DNA,
yeah, like
music.
stealing CDs and then like just things like that. So I started rhyming words at like 7, and then around 12 is when I start like trying to play piano and play instruments, and I taught myself drums and things like that.
Wow.
So,
did you graduate high school?
yeah, of course.
And then what did you do? How did you start professionally?
One, I'm not a professional because I don't know what I'm doing. I just do it. I don't like when you put the professional thing on it.
Okay, well, really by professional I mean
SENTI. That's an example right there. Claims not to be a professional. It's just like the Bruce Lee. When you go watch my Bruce Lee when I did. Bruce Lee, they used a word in there that Bruce Lee particularly didn't like. He specifically said he didn't like that. Like a word that everybody else uses. He decided he didn't like that word though. Same thing here. He decided he didn't like it because of introverted thinking. Introverted thinking is subjective logic. Sometimes we disagree with things that other people think, everybody else thinks. And also, he said he doesn't know what he's doing. He just does stuff. But what did he say? Word for word.
And then what did you do? How did you start professionally?
One, I'm not a professional because I don't know what I'm doing. I just do it.
He just does it. He doesn't think about it. That's extroverted sensing. You know?
When you put the professional thing on it,
okay, well,
really
by professional I mean,
but I make money from it now.
Yeah, who paid you first? Your first paycheck musically came from?
What's the sickest shit ever? Can I curse?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fucking sick.
What did you do?
He does stuff versus like any users. They have ideas and stuff like that, but it's not like they just spontaneously doing it. It's more like brainstorming it, and they always see possibilities, and then they do it. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
It was at the Low End Theory. It was like 2010. It was me and my it was 5 of us, and they paid us $500 to do like a 30-minute set. It was the craziest show, and we split that, and we thought we were so on. It wasn't a lot of money, but like we were broke, and we thought we were so on, and it was the sickest shit ever. And that's just from us putting out music on the internet. Like I set up a site and would just throw stuff on it, all the random artwork that I would make, I would put on there. all the dumb videos of us just being annoying, we would just put out.
Him being an artist doesn't make him an ENFP. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. People don't know that STPs are artists, can be artists. I mean, I'm an example. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an example. I think he's an example too. And it's not necessarily. The thing is, we don't do it as a emotional outlet. It's more like something we do because we like to make things that sound and look nice. You know what I'm saying? That's more what it's like for STP as opposed to the FP or maybe other type. That's what it's like to us. We just like to make things that we express ourselves. Extroverted sensing honestly expresses itself, which is what Bruce Lee was saying on that. Go watch the Bruce Lee one. But he said he's all about honestly expressing himself at the time. He said it multiple times throughout the whole thing. That's what extroverted sensor basically does. So that's why we could be artists. We just want to honestly express ourselves at the time. It doesn't necessarily have to be a reason. Like, well, I wouldn't say that, but we just not thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So.
People gravitated to it, and it was sick because like it was just us just being.
So how'd you get famous?
I guess just like I said, just putting it out
on the internet,
and people just caught on and word of mouth. And I think it's more because, you know, people could relate to that. Like we was just fucking around, but we made music too, and from the random artwork, it was just our own style of things, so people gravitated to it, and it was also like, wow, they make cool music, and damn, they're funny too, and wow, this is.
How'd you hook up with these guys?
Cool thing, I didn't go to school with most of them. I met some of them at a skate park or like through mutual friends, because
STP.
My original idea was a magazine, which included everything I was into, whether it was music, art, movies, clothes, colors, a bike, wood, like whatever. And all my friendships that I have now is all connected through one of those webs. So I'm friends with certain
He's just so comfortable.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? He always looks comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's an extroverted sensor thing. Like, I'm just looking at him. He usually is comfortable. Extroverted sensors tend to be comfortable. They tend to get comfortable. And like, that's one thing about extroverts. We tend to get comfortable. People who like me, it takes me a little longer to get comfortable than it does for probably a SE Dime, but we get comfortable. We want to let our guard down. That's what we want to do. That's actually a flaw of us, but you know.
People who do music, and it turned into a collective, and that's when we just start putting things.
You're a Renaissance man.
I don't know if that, okay.
The LA Weekly deemed Tyler, the Creator, sound garnered and hellish. His music is not.
I do multiple things. You know what I'm saying? I don't like just I don't want to just be good at one thing. I want to be good at multiple things. Usually, that's how my mindset is. I want to be I'm a well-rounded person. Let's put it like that.
For the faint of heart, is riddled with vulgar language, at times extremely homophobic. His sound is very gritty, his voice is deep. The tone of his songs oftentimes extremely dark.
He's just trying to be offensive.
That's all true?
No.
Just to show people he doesn't care, he tries to he does things that offend people. Another thing, extroverted sensor is actually slightly offensive too. Because it doesn't think before maybe saying stuff. Like, even ESTPs can be offensive because of extroverted sensing. So, then TI, introverted thinking too, it just makes it so that we just don't care we don't care as much about how people feel sometimes, depending on the situation. Yeah.
Oh, not at all. I could play you some instrumentals. That's some of the prettiest shit you probably ever heard in your life. I probably curse a lot. I'm not homophobic at all.
You've influenced others, right?
I probably influenced some people to do some stuff, whether good or bad.
STPs do that.
I don't take credit.
Influence people to do. Oh man, we got that type of. I realize I'm good at influencing people, so I'm always careful about. I tend to be careful about things I do. STPs are pretty persuasive. We could influence people. Probably more of an ESTP thing though. That's what I'm thinking. But I've noticed that in myself. Like, I don't try to though. Like, people just sometimes I just end up influencing people some way. I don't necessarily try to. I don't. Sometimes I tell them don't do what I do because I know what I don't know. Sometimes I tell people not to do what I do, but you know.
Farrell said, being a young black kid, especially at that time, I was different from all my other peers. So when I've seen this dude saying that he was open to rock and jazz and skateboarding and all this other stuff I was interested in, I was gravitated toward it. Because, all right, I'm not the only black dude. It's probably called weird. So you affected a lot of other people.
Tyler, ESTPs usually have a wide range of music tastes. Most of the ESTPs I've known usually listen to a lot of different kinds of music. And they usually just seem so random, you know what I'm saying? Me, on the other hand, I don't really, as an ISTP, I usually don't have as much of a wide range of interests in music as they do. ESFPs, too, can sort of be like that.
You realize
Extroverted
that.
sense of likes variety, that's probably why. They have a need for variety.
Yeah.
Who affected you?
Dave Chappelle, Marshall Mathers.
I like Dave Chappelle.
Pharrell Williams.
Yeah.
Roy Ayers.
Well, I like Marshall Mathers too, Eminem. Pharrell Williams, I never got too much into Pharrell. So
James Pants, Wes Anderson. A
a
lot of the people around me. My mother for sure. I don't tell her much, but she played a big part.
Do you ever plan to expand? Do you ever want to do things musically other than rap?
That's what I do now. Like, that's the thing. I really want to sing, but my tone of voice is too deep to do what I want. So now I'm just listening to like Isaac Hayes and Barry White and things like that just to see how they use their voice. But I hate rapping only because it puts you in this in this box and like. So like I was scared for this interview.
You probably don't mean that. You sound like you just talking, man. You don't sound like you even mean that. How you hate rapping, but you freaking made a lifestyle out of it.
Being a rapper, I was scared of the type of questions that you would probably ask me, not even on purpose, just because I'm a rapper and things, and then people look at you different. Oh, he's a rap artist.
No, but you
that
just said
take much talent.
You just said you don't want to rap anymore.
I
don't like the way people look at him for being a rapper. That's what you said. Okay.
I don't. I just want to compose.
So you got famous rapping.
Yeah.
But you're leaving the world of rap, but you've been successful in other areas.
You don't like the way they look. He wants to be known for other things. I see what he doesn't like to just be seen as a rapper. It's understandable.
Need rap.
I'm talented enough to do other things, but I don't know. I'm pretty bored with it. It's not interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be.
That's what happens with STPs. Extroverted senses master something, they get bored with it. They start taking it for granted. Extroverted sensing. That's a definitely extroverted sensing thing. I can have that problem myself. All right, yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. I ran out of space on this camera. Need to go and delete some stuff, but I'm gonna call it a day for the day. I'll do a part 2 later on Tyler, man. One of my favorite celebrities so far. Conclusion: ESTP. Okay. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my beat making page though. I will put something up for up below, like on the whatever side it ends up being on. I don't know if it's gonna flip around or something, but anyways. Conclusion so far is he's a SE user. He's very blunt and like he reminds me of this other dude too. His name dude that walk up, he's always trolling people all the time.
Good night. Good night.
Huh?
Good night.
Lawrence Fishburne, I need you to calm down.
Good night. Leave. Out of the building.
Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince, I need you to calm down.
Give me County over here. I got one right now that needs to be in custody. Get out of my building right now.
I need you to calm down, sir.
Out of my building.
Sir, please calm down.
Are you on drugs? Honey, for me, please.
There's too much tension, sir. Your belt is about to pop.
Don't worry about my belt. Don't worry about my belt.
Sir, your belt is about to pop. Uncle Phil.
Get out of the building.
He got real famous for doing it. He always talking about he walk up to random people and just talk about him. He actually is funny, but at the same time he kind of an asshole. It's kind of he looked real annoying, but he actually a lot like Tyler. I think that dude is a ENCP though. He's more of an intuitive. He's more of a troll. I don't know. But his Twitter was like plain potatoes or something like that. I wonder if y'all know what I'm talking about, but he is funny though. Sometimes I don't know. It's entertaining, but at the same time he's slightly annoying. But anyway, man, that's all I got for y'all. See you.